All right, we're going to go through and do the we do problems now. So you've tried these practice problems and you're checking your answers as we go over it together in this video. So we try direct substitution first. This one works. The square root of 4 is 2. So we call it a day. We're happy campers. Then we've got a fraction within a fraction. So we try direct substitution. And we get 0 over 0, which is indeterminate, no good. So we have to multiply by the least common denominator over itself, right? So we're going to find the least common denominator of the fractions. Within the fraction. So let's write it again. So the fractions within the fraction are going to be the 1 over x plus 8 and the 1 over 8. So our least common denominator for that would be 8 times x plus 8. So we're going to multiply by that over itself. So throw some parentheses on there. You've got 8 times x plus 8. 8 times x plus 8. Alright, so now for some tedium, let's distribute those. 8 times x plus 8 over x plus 8 minus 1 times 8 x plus 8 over 1 over x times, oops. All right, so the x plus 8's cancel here. The 1's cancel. And so then let's see what we've got going on. So we've got 8 minus 8x minus 64 divided by 8x plus, hold on, I made a mistake somewhere. 8x plus. I just need to check my work. Give me a minute. Okay, I found the mistake. It's 8 times x, which would be 8x squared. So we got 8x squared plus 64. And we're looking at as x goes to 0, so we have to plug in 0. So we've got negative 72 over 64. 8 goes into both, so we've got negative 9 over 8. All right, on to the next one. We we try direct substitution. Zero over 0, which is indeterminate, so we have to play with it. And when we're indeterminate, we have to multiply by the conjugate over itself. And when you do that, you're going to get the difference of squares on the numerator. And on the denominator, we just leave those factors separate. All right, now the square root, I'm sorry, this was supposed to be this. So the square root cancels. We've got x plus 1 minus 1 over that yucky denominator. So the 1 and the minus 1 cancel, the x and the x cancel, so you're left with 1 on the numerator. So we've got the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over square root x plus 1 plus 1. We're going to substitute in 0. Which is 1/2. And we call it a day. You can't really see this, but on the previous step, remember we canceled out the x's there. All right. On to the next one. Come on, let me scroll. Okay. So we tried direct substitution. And yes, it's tedious, but we always have to show that step. So indeterminate. So then we have to factor. You'll notice the numerator here is the difference of squares. All right, which remember the distance of squares says a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, we've got the limit as x goes to -1 of x plus 1, x minus 1, for x plus 1. X plus 1's cancel. So we've got x minus 1 over 1, or just x minus 1. So we're looking at the limit as x goes to -1 of x minus 1. Direct substitution, -1 minus 1, -2. Call it a day. So now you're going on to the you-do problems and completing those individually. Upload a picture to this OneNote page and then switch over to Teams and submit.